Have you ever felt like leadership is this huge, fuzzy idea that's really easy to talk about, but kind of hard to actually do, especially when you're in an apprenticeship? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. So today, we're going to follow the story of an apprentice, Jody, as she gets to grips with the K30 leadership standard. And in the process, we're going to uncover a really clear path for you to master it too. So, meet Jody. She's a level 6 project controls apprentice over at IB Stores. And she's smart, she's ambitious, and she is absolutely ready to make her mark. Her big goal? To become a fully fledged project controls professional. Now that's a tough journey. And you know it takes way more than just knowing your way around a spreadsheet. But there's this one part of her apprenticeship that just feels, well, a bit vague. It's the knowledge standard K30, leadership. I mean, what does that really mean in practice? And more importantly, how on earth do you prove you've actually got it? All right, let's jump in. To get some real clarity, Jody sits down with her mentor, Adam, to basically draw a map of what K30 is all about. So, Adam kicks things off with the big idea. He explains that K30 isn't about being the boss or having a fancy title. It's about really understanding how to lead, coach, and motivate the people around you to hit those project goals. It's all about enabling delivery through your team. Jody's like, okay, but why is this so important for a project controls role specifically? And Adam's answer really nails it. This isn't just some soft skill. Good leadership directly leads to better project outcomes. It helps grow the next generation of talent. And this is a big one, it builds your professional credibility and influence. Right, I get the theory, Jody says, but what does this actually look like day to day? Like, how do I, do leadership? Adam breaks it down with two totally opposite styles. On one hand, you have a directive, do this now approach. That's absolutely essential when a deadline is non-negotiable or your team is brand new and needs clear instructions. But on the other hand, with a really experienced team, a delegative, you've got this style builds incredible trust and ownership. The real magic is knowing which one to use and when. And here it is, the whole leadership toolkit. See, it's not about just picking one style and sticking to it. It's all about being adaptable. You've got to be a coach to build skills, be supportive when everyone's feeling the pressure, and know exactly when to direct or when to delegate. This is the clear map Jody was looking for. So now, with this leadership map in hand, Jody is ready to move from theory to practice. This is where her coach, Olivia, comes in to help her apply these ideas in the real world. Now, Olivia doesn't just lecture. She hits Jody with a classic real-world scenario. A team member just blew past a super important deadline. What's your next move? Now, instead of jumping straight to a directive, why did you miss this approach, Jody thinks like a coach. Her plan isn't about pointing fingers. It's about using open-ended questions to figure out the real reason for the slip-up and then working together on a plan to move forward. See, she's not just fixing one problem, she's helping her colleague grow. Olivia is seriously impressed, and she leaves Jody and all of us with this absolute gem. The whole point of coaching is empowerment. It's about building up the long-term skills and confidence of your team. Okay, so Jody gets the theory, and she started to apply it, but for her apprenticeship, she has to prove it. And that means building a killer evidence portfolio in her learning system, Aptum. So she meets with her line manager, Riddle, to figure out exactly how to do that. Riddle lays out precisely what the assessors are looking for. It's not enough to just say, I'm a leader. You need cold, hard proof. Things like minutes from meetings you've led, a coaching plan you actually wrote for someone, or even formal feedback you've gotten from your team. So Riddle shows Jody a really common example she sees in portfolios. I led the weekly project update meeting. And okay, sure, it's a fact. It's not bad, but it doesn't really show any K30 knowledge, does it? Then she shows her this version. Whoa, see the difference? This one is brilliant. It links the action, leading the meeting, to a specific leadership style, supportive, and this is the crucial part. It describes the positive impact it had. That right there is what distinction-level evidence looks like. So, with her understanding on solid ground and her evidence portfolio looking great, Jody feels like she's ready for the final hurdle, the endpoint assessment, or EPA. This is that big professional discussion that decides her final grade. For one last prep session, she meets with her mentor, Adam. Adam doesn't mess around. He throws a classic EPA question right at her, designed to test if she can think on her feet and connect her real experiences back to all that leadership theory. And look at her answer. It's so confident and so clear. She's not just saying what she does, she's explaining why she does it, linking her actions directly to things like team maturity and the project context. That shows a really deep level of understanding. Adam hits her with another common one, this time about that really tricky topic of motivation, especially when the pressure is on and everything's changing. See how perfect this answer is? Jody mixes theory, using a supportive style, with concrete actions like recognition and open communication, and then ties it all to the result, an engaged team focused on the goal. That is a complete home run answer. And just like that, Jody's quest is complete. She started out with this big, confusing concept called K30, but through solid mentorship and real practice, she turned it into a powerful, permanent part of her professional toolkit. Jody's story gives us a fantastic roadmap, right? From understanding the theory to actually proving you can do it. So the question for you isn't just, what's my first step? It's, what is the one leadership behavior I can practice this week that's going to make the biggest difference for my team and my projects?